Hi everyone, welcome here. I hope you're doing well. It's time to answer some more of your questions, and the question we'll be discussing today is how to communicate feelings and emotions to others. Today's question was asked by Muhammad in response to my video on labeling emotions. If you haven't seen that, I will link it up here. And the question is, I felt the effect of knowing what I feel at a particular moment. It calms my body, but I always find it hard to communicate what I feel to other people, especially when there's a tense situation. Would you please make a video on how we can express our labeled emotions to the people we are surrounded by? Expressing our emotions is very important. It's the basis of any true connection and relationship. It helps us maintain relationships and friendships. It keeps us together by knowing what the other person is going through and by letting them know what we are going through. By sharing what we feel, we can avoid buildup of frustration in relationships because we talk about the things that move us. We can avoid unnecessary conflicts because by sharing what we are feeling, we are not blaming or criticizing others, but letting them know what is happening in our inner world. Sharing our emotions lets others know what we are going through and gives them the chance to calculate this in their choices and behavior. They can choose a way of reacting to us that is more in tune to what we are feeling. They're also better able at choosing a response that supports us. For example, if you come home in the evening after a very exhausting day of work and you let others know, my day was very exhausting, I feel quite drained, then instead of bringing up some pressing issue they wanted to discuss with you, the people you're surrounded by might recognize that you need some alone time, and maybe they'll even ask you what they can do to support your evening and your relaxation and restoration time. And yes, sharing our emotions does add an extra challenge. Not only do we have to know what it is that we're going through, which can be a longer process of inner searching in itself, but we also have to consider, what do I feel comfortable sharing? Which situation am I in? Who's the person that I'm talking to? How will what I share influence our interaction? And how much of the intensity of the emotion that I'm feeling do I want to share with this person? Firstly, and this is true for all settings and situations, ask yourself if you're feeling angry. If you're angry, it might be helpful to postpone the conversation until you've had the chance to cool down. Anger makes us impulsive. It makes us speak without thinking. It makes it hard to think clearly and stay solution focused. And in order for the situation to stay constructive, it's very important that we are able to stay friendly and calm. So if anger is the emotion we're dealing with, it might actually be helpful not to address it at that time, to cool down and then sort our emotions, sort our thoughts, and come back to this situation at a later time. Concerning sharing our emotions in complex situations with people we don't know as well, I suggest to start in a gentle way, to pick words that are a bit more vague, and then see how this affects the person and situation. To not become very concrete at the beginning, but to say something like, the more we are speaking about this, the more I feel I'm becoming uneasy. I feel uneasy. I feel unsettled, tense, or I'm noticing that I have a lot to process right now. And then you can see how the other person reacts. It's like putting a toe into the water and testing the temperature. You can see from their reaction if sharing more and going deeper into your experience would escalate the situation further, or if it would actually be beneficial to share more. Now let's take it a step further. Let's assume you want to share your emotions with someone you know very well, a close friend or a colleague, someone you know you can trust. What's important is, especially if you're sharing an emotion that may affect the relationship, is that you share it in a way that they don't feel like you're blaming them 100% for what you're experiencing. If you do this, there's always the chance that the other person will become defensive and stop really listening. So to make it easier for them to stay receptive to what you're saying, share your emotion in a way that just shares what you're feeling and doesn't link this to them being responsible for what you're feeling. So instead of saying, "You made me really sad today," say, "When you said this and that, I started feeling sad." So the difference is a "you make me sad" and a "I'm sad." In this way, you can make what you're feeling transparent without falsely accusing the other person of being 100% responsible for that. And after that, you can also let the person know what exactly is fueling this emotion. What are your concerns? What are you worried about? Or what is it exactly that is getting you all excited? And what you can also do is you can let the person know before you start sharing your feelings what kind of reaction would be most helpful to you. You can say something like, "I really would like to share something that happened today and how that made me feel, and it would be so helpful if you could just listen and understand. I'm not really ready to look for a solution today. I'm too tired, but it would really help me to let someone know what happened and how that made me feel." I wish all of you a lot of success in communicating your emotions and feelings in upcoming conversations. Take good care of yourselves, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.